All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, if I can start, I'm going to start by saying, call on Allah, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kakwadash, which give all praise to the Heavenly Father, and then the Son, whom the world instantly calls God in Jesus Christ. I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well, teaching me His truth, as well as say shalom to the hopeful elect, or the Akim pushing His word, truth, and sincerity. And Lord willing to be edifying lesson. Basically, I want to touch on the topic of teaching, man. Ultimately, that's what we were called to do. Being in this truth, being called into this marvelous light. The Lord bestowing that grace and mercy upon us are ultimately is for a purpose, man. All right, He called His men, all right, His prophets, and raising them up in the latter days. All right, again, starting with the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. That's why they get those double honors, because those are the men's labors we entered into. As Scripture say, man, we entered into other men's labors. So, really, they laid that foundation all the way down to the youngest men laboring in this thing who has their hands on the plow are ultimately we're striving and fighting for the kingdom of heaven, man. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Shah, we're literally speaking the kingdom of heaven into existence, all right? Speaking the end of this kingdom, or this present evil world, this wicked rulership, or our enemies being over us, or who is chiefly our Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white man, as well as the other heathen nations. We're currently the tail of society, and they're the head, man. But ultimately, that's just a curse from the Lord, man. Or ultimately, we've been being gathered in these latter days to speak against this place. All right, the Scriptures tell you in Revelation 11 chapter about the spirit of life entering into us in the after those 3 days and a half, man. And of course, those 3 days and a half represent that 350-year period when we were cut off from our power, man. All right, roughly from the year 1619 to 1970, man. All right, where we were completely gone. We were completely just going through hardcore chattel slavery. All right, we had no idea who we were. We didn't know we were chosen people. But now we're being gathered at the end of this kingdom. All right, and what's next is the kingdom of heaven, right? 2 Ezra 6:9 tell you what, that Esau is in the world and Jacob's beginning with that followeth. So ultimately, Jacob's are getting ready to come to power, man. The nation of Israel, right? Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, all right, that's what that represents. All right, the 12 tribes, each of the 12 tribes, coming to power and being that governing body in the earth. But nevertheless, let me get some precepts. Let me start with the 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 2. It says, I'll start at the top. It says, thou, therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushai, and in the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also, as that we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be going out. Once we hear this word, we're supposed to go out and teach it, man. All right, we push the word through the internet. All right, we're all languages and kindreds can hear. All right, where we can reach the four corners of the earth, and when brothers go out on the highways and byways as well, man, to the chief place of concourse as we're commanded to do. All right, so we can gather the elect, because that's who this truth is for, man. Contrary to the popular belief, it's not everyone doesn't have to get it. Everyone doesn't have to believe, man. Right? Because if it was just about everybody believing, we'll never be able to get out of here, man. we'll never be able to. This would be a vain work, man. All right. Ultimately, we're only gathering the elect, man. All right. That's 12,000 men from each of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. That's those 144,000 pursuant to Revelation, the 7th chapter. Right. Along with the large multitude of men, women, and children who be saved, that 1/3. But even 2/3 of our own people are going to be cut off, man. They're subject to be cut off and die, man. All right. That tells you that in Zechariah 13:8. Ultimately, they'll come back in the kingdom through the loins of an elect man, and be born into the new covenant, born with the laws, statutes, commandments, written in inward parts, born into their right mind. But ultimately, on this side, they're going to have to die, man, along with all the heathen nations, man. All the other 17 nations, man. There's going to be a mass judgment coming upon this place. And that's what we're sought to for one of our people love, man. Let me get Isaiah 58. This is Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. It says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Right, we're supposed to be for one of our people, man, because only our people can get it. Again, the nation of Israel, so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, all right, whose true biblical nationality is the nation of Israel, man. All right, these are nothing but proverbs and bywords that we're known by, which is, again, going back to the curses of Deuteronomy 28 chapter, that's what we're subject unto, but ultimately we are the chosen people. And the Lord has given us that he's revealed those secrets unto his servants, the prophets, man. That tells you Amos 3:7. All right, that's how we're able to have this understanding. That's how we're able to actually go out and boldly proclaim these things, man. Let me get Wisdom of Solomon. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 In verse 1, it says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such that have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. All right, that's exactly what's happening, man. The tabernacle of the Lord is being gathered right now, and ultimately, we're standing in that great boldness, man, knowing that our power is with us, knowing that He's dealing with us, knowing that He's going to come with that divine intervention to deliver us out of this hell that we're currently in, man, to deliver us out the hands of our enemies. All right, and it says what? And the face of such have afflicted him, right? That's all of our enemies, man. All right. Psalms 83rd chapter tell you that it's not just Esau, but all the other nations came together and made that covenant, all right, with him to cut us off from being a nation, man. All right. And that's why it's evident that the scriptures give you the answer to these questions that you've always had. Well, why are all the other nations against us? Why is the so-called black man the most hated on the planet Earth, man? Why are we marginalized and oppressed and it just stigmatized to hell and back, man? Well, because one of the curses where our enemies are ruling over us right now, man. The earth has been given to the hands of the wicked, pursuant to Job 9:24, and it's very evident. And what does it say? They cover the face of the judge thereof. If not, where and who is he? And that's how we're able to identify who Esau is in the scriptures, man, because he is literally the border of wickedness, man. Malachi the first chapter tell you, man, he is literally the border of wickedness. He's the one who the Lord hates, and ultimately, he's been given a temporary blessing in the earth, and the king had this kingdom, had the fatness of the earth to be, and he's been blessed with that sword, all right, which is what, that his military might, or his ability to do what, take peace from the earth, man. Revelation 6:4. All right, and needless to say, that's what's gone forth. That's exactly why he's been able to be lifted up and exalted as this great nation, as this great man, But really, he's the one who the Lord hates the most. The Lord likens them to the basis of men. Okay, it's like the Lord calls them the basis of men. All right, and the Lord likens all these other nations to spittle, man. All right, that's one drop of water in a bucket, man. Meaning that they're insignificant, man. They're so far low beneath His chosen people, man, who is the nation of Israel, man. And that's what ultimately we're gonna get that victory. And about going to it in verse 2, it says, "When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of His salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for." Right. So everything that I just made mention of, that's why they're gonna be amazed at this salvation, man. When we get beaten up, Lord willing to be part of those men, but the elect will get beaten up into the chariots of salvation, man. Those heavenly vehicles, man. That's how we're gonna escape the destruction and the judgment the Lord is going to bestow upon this place, man. All right. Ultimately, as in those heavenly vehicles, and we'll be able to and everyone's gonna be marveling at that, man. They're gonna see us see that strange salvation, and it's gonna be what, so far beyond all that they looked for. They never would have thought that these niggas, these Negroes, niggers, spics, all the derogatory words they use against us, all right, all the negativity that they push upon us, they would have never thought that we'd be able to overcome, man. But that's the power of the Lord, man. Ultimately, that's how He's going to get His glory, by His people being in this complete lower state, and they being delivered out of it and being set up on top as they always were meant to be, all right, in their rightful positions, all right. And again, this all goes hand in hand with the teaching of the word. This is what we're for one our people. This is what we're teaching on highways and byways day in and day out. This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 3. It says, "Moreover, He said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak it to the house of Israel." Right, and the roll, of course, these scriptures is knowledge, wisdom, understanding. All right, and it says what? So I opened my mouth, and He caused me to eat the roll. Right, so ultimately, the Lord gave us to understand, to teach it, man. All right, not to just sit idly and just keep it to yourself. No, you're supposed to go out and boldly proclaim these things, man. Again, in the chief place of concourse, Proverbs the first chapter. All these commands, all these things that we're commanded to do is all in the scriptures, man. The Lord laid out the blueprints what we're to be doing in these latter days. Let me get that, because the Lord is we're supposed to be doing works. All right, scriptures say to give diligence and make her call and election sure. This is 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 13. Because this we are to be doing while we're waiting on the Lord, man, waiting on that deliverance, waiting on that salvation. It says, "Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, and to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying of the hands of prosperity. Meditate upon these things and give thyself wholly to them, that thy profit may appear to all. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee, man. That's a beautiful precept to go to the point, man. Because that's exactly what we're doing, man. We're going to save those. We're attempting to save ourselves. As scriptures say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. But as well as what? Hey, well, here's us, man. This is how we're cleansing this is how we're getting the blood off our hands, man. All right, we're literally, the Lord's not leaving any stones unturned. Again, He's speaking through His prophets, His vessels, in order to give that warning, man, to sound that alarm, blow the trumpet. All right, give that warning of the times to come, just like all the kings of old, man. Let me get Jeremiah 28:8. Because this isn't a new thing. This is what the Lord does. This is how He deals, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Literally, this is the scriptures laid out plainly, man, plain upon tables. The Lord sends out His prophets to prophesy against countries, kingdoms, all right, and of war, evil, and pestilence, man. And that's exactly what we're doing, man. So telling our people the times are about to come on this earth, man. All right, just like all the prophets of old, man, when they're forewarning the people, man. It's the same thing now today. And what did they do of old, man? Scriptures. That's why it was that Romans 15 chapter. In the fourth verse, tell you that things written in the fourth time written for our learning. We can look and find comfort in these things, knowing that the prophets were always mocked and scoffed and condemned, and they constantly were taken as a joke, man. They took them lightly. They didn't take what they said serious, man. They persecuted them, the whole nine, man. So ultimately, we understand this is the exact same time we're living in. Scripture say in Ecclesiastes first chapter, there's nothing new under the sun. So we taking on chastening cheerfully, man. We understand that this is all the prophecies say. We understand ultimately this is all the will of the Lord, and His will be done, man. All right. That's why our goal, all we need to focus on is teaching, man. Going exalting His word, exalting those names, Yahweh, Shem, Yahushai, all right, and having the faith that He's going to do the rest, man. He's going to destroy our enemies. He's going to keep us covered, keep us protected. Scripture said the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and are safe, man. So this is what we have our faith in. This is what we have our trust in, and this is how we're able to go and boldly proclaim these things, man. All right, and all this. Matter of fact, let me close with Matthew 24, because it always got to come out. This is Matthew 24. Whole chapter is good, of course, but I'm going to get straight to the point. In verse 14, no matter of fact, I'll get start verse 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right, all those who endure to the end, those who actually, living according to the law, statutes, commandments to the best of their ability, doing the things that are pleasing to the Heavenly Father to the best of their ability. These are the ones that are going to be saved, man. Those who actually, you're going to tell where endure goes into what? Patience, suffering, man. All right, those who actually, bearing their burden, man, standing in their light. All right, holding fast to that was good, man. All right. It says, verse 14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So once this word goes out, all right, to the preach in all the world for a witness unto all nations, right? This word goes out to the four corners of the earth. The elect is sealed, all right. Well, then the end can come, man, and then the destruction of this hell can come, and the establishment of the kingdom of heaven of eternal, everlasting life and righteousness can be established, man. So with that, man, prayer was edifying. Call on Allah, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.